Hello there.
Ooh, last episode, ladies and gentlemen, we were cooking with gas. Peaky Blinders Season 4 has been consistent heat for the last 3 episodes, and I'm guessing the remaining 3 episodes are going to be the exact same. What's going on, guys? My name is Elie Moses, a 24-year-old law enforcement here from Sydney, Australia, absolutely shooting shot, and I'm watching this fantastic series for the very first time, and today we are up to episode 4 of Season 4, ladies and gentlemen. The Falls, baby. This one is titled Dangerous. We're going to get into the reaction. We're going to have some fun with this thing, and we're going to absolutely smash it. Let's go. Now, I forgot to say this in my last reaction at the end, and like there's only been a matter of moments between stopping the recording and starting again here. I wanted to talk about, listen, Linda. Obviously, with Linda, it seems like, has she been corrupted by the show? We know, getting involved in the Shelby family, once you're in, and you begin to get corrupted by their ways. We've seen it with various characters in the show. Now, is Linda becoming corrupted by the Shelby family, or has she got that sort of resistance? Has she got that faith in her? Has she got Jesus on her side to sort of, put out an act for a little while? Or is she actually been increasingly corrupted by the family itself, and, she's beginning to get involved with the company, starting to do some calculations, has been swearing, because I feel like the only innocent individual that was kind of left in the family or had some sort of innocence about him was Finn, and they took that away from him with last episode, sorry, with his virginity. And he even said, she looked tired, I tried to comfort her, and I apologized to her, and that was such a, heartbreaking scene right there, to see that innocence taken away from him, or, that journey, for him being sort of like a Peaky Blinder has begun. It's time for him to be a man. It's time for him to be sort of really initiated into the family, to stop being this sort of errand boy or lackey. But yeah, he had that innocence about him. He had that, kind of empathy. And I feel like that's going to be taken away now after that sort of incident and what Tommy said to him. It's time now to become a proper Shelby. And I feel like with that, a lot of that, innocence, youth gets taken away from you. So he's going to become corrupted.
Good morning, Mrs. Ross. Number 6.
I'm also, with each passing episode, loving Luca Trangreta, man.
Thank you for seeing me, Mr. Shelby.
Adrian Brody.
I know how busy you are.
How can I help you?
Well, you see, tomorrow would have been my son's 21st birthday. Had he lived. And I'm having a bit of a thing, just sandwiches and beer and looking at old photos. And as a gesture, I thought I would invite your brother, Arthur.
Oh, this is the setup here. This is the trap.
Gesture of what?
From the Changretas. Is he going to take the bait?
It'll be at my house at midday. He should come at midday.
Your house midday tomorrow, all right.
Tom Hardy.
One of us will be there.
One of us will be there. One of us will be there.
Goodbye, Mrs. Ross.
Hey, Admiral Akbar, man. It's a trap. It's a trap. Bro, Isaiah joining the Gangster War Club. Let's go. And Finn too. Let's go.
At midday today, Arthur will be here, 47 Artillery Square. Like a goat, tied up for the fucking tiger, eh, Arthur? Yeah, right.
That I know it's a trap, of course.
Dear Lord, forgive me. But vengeance is forthcoming.
Johnny and Isaiah will set up here as hawkers selling stolen pork. When you get the signal from me, they'll can open fire.
From you, eh?
Yep, I'll be here in the window overlooking.
You still know what end the bullets come out of, Tom? He knows.
Hey, Arthur, the sacrificial
These
lamb.
men coming for my brother, believing him to be unarmed and unprotected.
Who knows? It could be Ross herself trying to poison the bread, possibly. Who knows?
Arthur, let's go.
Look alive, soldier.
Hey, and there's me talking about Finn's innocence earlier on. How hesitant he was to grab the rifle right there. I saw it. I saw it. Gotta love the placement of the camera in this series. This series captures so many beautiful wide long shots or extreme wide long shots where they perfectly place the camera in a certain position, and you understand sometimes the geography of a scene where a lot of characters are standing, and obviously each shot is dense due to the fantastic production design. And if there is green screen or blue screen, it's very rarely recognizable, obviously, because the sets themselves are all practically designed, and it's absolutely fantastic. So right there, you sort of had that camera sort of placed on an angle right there in a sort of corner, and it captured the whole courtyard, and it captured Arthur obviously walking to Mrs. Ross's apartment. It was perfect, and that's trademark Peaky Blinders. And I haven't commentated a little bit on the technical aspects for a while now. It's because I don't want to sound like a broken record. I've said it time and time again how fantastic this show is on a technical level, whether it be the sound choices, whether it be, you know, the cinematography itself. It's all fantastic. The lighting, it's all great. Maybe she's poisoned the bee. Who knows?
Mr. Shelby, I'm glad you could come.
Yeah. Thank you for the invitation.
I mean, she's coming face to face with her son's killer right here.
Don't allow firearms in the house. Come in.
Yo, we ain't even gonna check the boot or anything.
The other guests.
She's shaking, man. She's shaking. She cannot hide her composure, man. She got no composure, sorry. Gonna be interesting to see, sorry, who's gonna outmaneuver who in this situation. Has Changreta got his, you know, sort of fail safes for this sort of hit here? Because last episode, he just greenlit this sort of strategy to have the woman lure Arthur to her house. Maybe he doesn't have a plan B.
But in the meantime, there are some things I want to say. Before they get here.
And Arthur knows what's coming, right? So he has to just...
By all means.
He has to keep the conversation going.
I've heard stories that you have welcomed Jesus into your life
I have indeed.
for the beseeching of your wife, who they say is a good woman.
Yo, the actor that plays Mrs. Ross has been absolutely nailing it here with her trembling sort of body language, her body expressions here. She's been shaking non-stop this entire time, and I don't know how she's managed to do it. Was it freezing in the room?
Though her mother, by all accounts, was not. Do you think your repentance will mean you are forgiven of your sins?
Hell no.
Then, why have you invited me here today?
Yo, she been killing it. She been killing it
Off
with
you
the
go now.
expressions, man. She been killing it.
Why am I here, Mrs. Ross?
Don't prematurely shoot. You gotta wait. Tommy, signal. These guys don't know what they're driving into. Maybe that was a bait.
It's a fucking decoy!
Bait and switch, yeah.
Now!
Bait and switch. To expose the Shelbys. To expose that they have been set up.
You
Yo.
Arthur, they're not here for you. It must be Michael.
Set me up, boy.
Also, he was strapped up.
Oh no.
In the cap.
Arthur, you need to get to the hospital now.
It was the one that Polly said was off limits last episode.
If your faith is real.
Looks like Changreta outmaneuvered
I've got all
Tommy
the
here.
kids.
If you're here in 1 hour, I swear to God, I will cover you in tar and fucking feathers.
Yo. She must have a permanent shaking device on herself. Like, she... Oh man, is Michael really gonna go here?
Where I'm from, head on the bends, unlucky.
I can't even finish my yogurt, I'm so locked in.
Say it brings death. Maybe that's what happened. Last time my man was sent for you, you got lucky.
Frickin' Polly, man. She's gonna F everything up. Or maybe he is a man of his word with Aunt Pole. Who knows? Yo, that's the second time he's come face to face with death like that. Like near-death experience. With the noose and now here.
And tell your mother we have a deal.
Damn! Alright. She dancing. She dancing with him.
Michael? What happened, mate? What happened? They heard you coming. The gun misfired. They ran away. Johnny! You came just in time. You all right? You hurt? I'm fine.
Is he gonna let Tommy know what he said?
Hey! Get out.
Interesting.
Small 8, 333.
Ma che cosa?
Sembra che ci sia un ostacolo, signor Giangretta.
Changreta. Signor Changreta.
So why don't you clear it so that we can get past?
What's that accent?
We're Americans. We're here on business.
Well, you're gonna have to wait. We waited for you fucking Yanks until 1918. It'll be clear in 20 minutes, all right?
Yeah, all right. Thank you, officer. Big fucking hell.
Yo, man, I cannot stop complimenting Adrian Brody in this role. What about the war?
Talking about the war.
Oh my gosh.
Everything is about the war. Come on, let's go move it ourselves, fucking idiots.
Yo, they sit in ducks out here. Interesting that Michael didn't say, you know, tell your mother we have a deal. That, you know, he
What's this?
passed that message on to Tommy.
They're gypsies. Tribe of fucking gypsies.
Go. Get us the fuck out of here. Come on, fucking move. Right, fucking move.
Yo, Aberama Gold and his men posted up. How did he get his neck sliced? Did someone just full on stealth mission that thing?
Put the guns down! Put the guns down!
Really? Maybe he protected that officer's interest right there.
You spared me.
Shoot him underneath the arm. To make sure it doesn't
You
look
should
like
tell your mum
he
that
was
we
in
have
on
a
it.
deal.
There we go. Okay. Oh.
What deal?
Just be you and me going to Australia, Michael. Think about that.
What deal, Mom? What deal did you make with Luca Changretta?
Hey, Michael's loyalty is going to be put into question here. Who's he going to side with?
A deal to spare your life.
In return for what?
Yo, I can see the fan base absolutely despising Polly for her actions this season in compromising Tommy in this way. I can feel like, yeah, I can feel her heel turn on the Peaky Blinders fan base. I can see them literally loathing, like, sorry, seething at her actions here. Like, to go behind Tommy's back like this.
You agreed to give up Tommy. To save my life. You never forgave him, did you?
Nope.
We're out of our league.
No, we don't do that to her own.
Think. If it wasn't for me, you'd be smoke blowing out of a mortuary chimney. Think about that.
But would Changretta have made that play for Michael if it wasn't for Polly last episode? Like, were they going for the decoy anyway? Were they going for Michael held up at the hospital because they knew all the forces for the Peaky Blinders would have been drawn to Arthur?
Two. We killed two. Luca Changretta got away. You let him get away. When our paths cross, I won't be so careless. And when will your paths cross? Soon.
How are you going to have such a mellow guitar after what we just experienced? Crazy, crazy. Oh, May, what's up? Hey, maybe she's the one, man. You know, he
My
talks...
Majesty smells of paraffin. It's because my old lamp is smoking for want of fuel. Times are hard in case you hadn't noticed.
I hope your insistence that I take a boat rather than a cab from the station wasn't purely for your own amusement.
Oh, for the avoidance of death or kidnap.
By boat, you get to see the nicer parts of the city.
In the garrison now, should be all right. That's right. Did you think of a name?
Yes. Dangerous.
Dangerous, eh?
A horse called Dangerous won the Epsom Derby in 1833.
So I stole the name. I thought you'd approve. You should visit her.
If I leave Smallheath, I'll be shot dead. Anyway, I'm busy.
Well, the good news is your horse is the fastest filly that I've ever ridden.
These are her registration papers. Ready for your signature.
So is this why you came here? All this way in person? For my fucking signature?
Hey, listen. That's Tom Hardy's girl, man. We can't.
You've lost your wife. And now your brother, too. I thought it would make you different. Actually, speaking of the Grace Shelby Foundation, I'd like to make a donation. I leave it blank. You can decide how much, Mr. Shelby.
Damn, that is a flex and a half. Damn.
Then perhaps, Lizzie, can pop to the bank and pay it in for me.
Yeah, that'll be all, Lizzie, thank you.
Damn. I'll leave a blank. You can decide how. Really? Yo, talk about flexing your muscles. Damn. She flexed the bank account like that.
She pack an overnight bag?
Why?
Well, because 25 minutes ago, the Birmingham branch of the Train Drivers Union called a wildcat strike in support of the coal miners.
Oh, how unfortunate.
No trains to London till tomorrow.
You're going to have to stay the
It
night.
wasn't in any of the papers.
That's why they call it a wildcats. No one knows.
I love the
Apart from
situation.
you, of course. Your city. So where will I stay in your city?
Oh, I wonder
We're free
where.
at 4, I can meet you then.
Meet and do what?
I'll pour you some gin. And I make myself.
This is like very similar to their first interaction at her estate, obviously when he's tired, or no, when he was out of petrol, and you know, she had to wait till the morning, or he had to wait till the morning to get the petrol, and then they, you know, basically planned out the whole situation with the maids and how he was going to come into her bedroom at midnight or around the early hours of the morning. You know how it works out, and it's a very similar situation. This time, May is on Tommy Shelby's home ground, so she's having an away day here, and he's got the home ground advantage.
My father's recipe. Distilled for the eradication of seemingly incurable sadness. Could have put that on the label.
I'll book myself a room.
Already done. The Midland. Sweet. Stay there myself sometimes.
Sometimes it's where you stay.
But not tonight, it would seem.
Well, since I'm stuck here, maybe I should try your gin.
It's like they know it's inevitable. It's gonna happen. And May's like, he's too charming to give it up.
What's that about, Lizzie? Eh?
Have a guess.
You know what? I can't even guess anymore. I'll be back at 4.
Why, she's still here. Something to do with the coal miners, apparently.
Oh, poor Lizzie.
Oh, today's your lucky day, sir. Give me 3-1 on raging robbers. Come on, gents, get your bets on.
Come on, traditional one take Peaky Blinders. Come on.
Smallheath 552.
This is Gray.
Oh, damn.
I wanted to illustrate to you that at any time we can reach your son. And we will kill your son if you cannot deliver Tommy Shelby as you promised.
Hey, she did this to herself. She did this to herself.
Just tell us where and when, and we'll do the rest.
He basically just said to Polly what Shelby or what Tommy said to that guy last episode about, you know, your family
Where is he?
is safe under my discretion.
Fucking what?
Fucking her.
Think about the man you love.
Fuck him.
Think about your white wedding gown. Now pull the tea back into the pot. Okay? I'll read the tea leaves if you go and get Tommy's diary.
That's the grim. That's the grim. That's the grim, man.
See if Tommy's got a free afternoon in the next 7 days. Make sure Tommy keeps that Friday free. Tell him I have an appointment for him.
Set up
You go
Friday.
See a doctor.
Set up Friday.
That baby in your tea leaves.
She pregnant? Oh my gosh, that little session by the by the river. Oh, yo.
You're not at the fucking fairground now, son. Get down and skip me 200 for taking the piss out of a fine fighter.
Fine fighter.
He's got an head on him, that boy.
And a fist. So what do you say, Mr. Maine?
He works hard. He's game. I need to work on his defence. Right now, his left hand is just good for wanking.
You have to earn your money. We're paying you anyway. Is he ready?
Is he even registered?
I put him down as a welterweight. Midlands division, amateur turning pro. Just need your counter signature.
Look like I'm going to say no to you, boys.
Just tell us. Is he ready?
In 30 years, I've never seen a raw boy so ready.
Fighter out of Camden Town. Boy's name is Goliath.
Bonnie is registered. Curly again with May, man. That's hilarious.
Said he's at a meeting. You look a bit funny in these, I think.
Thank you, Curly.
Curly never disappoints me.
You're going to take a walk along the canal. You'll also need this.
Are you serious?
Italians north, Italians south. He makes gin to take his mind off being stuck inside a prison. With any sense, Mrs. Carlton, get out of here now. Curly can sail you to Snow Hill Station, hidden in the coal sacks.
I said I would wait.
The man you're waiting for doesn't exist.
Hey, he died a long time ago.
Waiting for the man who doesn't exist. Would you like to try some of his gin?
The man who doesn't exist. So technically, Polly is giving up a man who doesn't exist to Changreta. So that man's never going to really show up.
I am just an extreme example of what a working man can achieve. Now, Ada, it's me. I need your help.
Yo, May had too much gin, man.
Is it?
What do you think?
Oh, nice. A little sweet.
I've heard not sweet enough.
That little
Come on,
smirk. That little smirk. Ah!
So with the help of a friend of mine in Camden Town, I set up my own source of supply.
Alfie Solomons.
Junipers, potatoes, sugar and water, all turned into US dollars. When we're up and running, we'll produce over 200 gallons a week.
That's a side quest.
But before then, I need to get my recipe right. So tell me the truth.
Yo, what's with the eye contact girls have with Tommy Shelby? He must have possessive eyes.
You're unlike any man I've ever met.
And the gin.
Too sweet.
Oh,
You said you'd booked a room.
No, I booked a suite.
Thank you. Me book a taxi, I'll go. Bite like your horse.
I don't trust taxis anymore. Come with me.
Oh my gosh.
There we go, brother.
Home sweet home. Place for you to bring women back. Bring your mates. Play games, gamble, cards.
Bring your mates.
You keep an eye on our backyard. It's Artillery Square. Place is full of communists and strikers.
We're really giving Finn Mrs. Ross's old house.
Light the fucking fire. Take some of these shits off the walls.
Or little
Curl
apartment.
me over later with some poison for the rats.
Arthur.
Huh?
This morning, I wouldn't have been able to pull that trigger. I know I wouldn't. They would have just walked past. I'm not John. No, no.
All right. All right, brother. I know you're not. No. In the end, it's God who pulls that fucking trigger anyway. We don't get to decide who lives and who dies, Finn. Not us. You just have to flick a switch in your head.
She looks a picture in my boots, doesn't she, Tom?
Walk her to the train, Curly.
Not a minute on the day. Not a penny off the pay. This talk of national austerity, this talk of tightening our belts must be met with resolute certainty. We will
Okay,
not
what's
accept
Ada
any
doing
cuts in
here
pay.
with Jesse
We will
Eden?
not accept working longer hours at the same wage. That is surely coming to our city.
Tommy Shelby, let's go!
I'd like to buy you a drink.
I'm afraid the pubs around here don't allow unaccompanied female drinkers.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
He's a Shelby.
I know you from somewhere.
I'm Ada Thorne,
Oh,
formerly Shelby.
oh.
I've a settlement proposition that my brother's too arrogant and proud to offer you in person.
Sorry, ladies, we don't.
Ada.
Don't what?
It's all right. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Yeah, we don't
What are
know
you
that.
drinking, ladies?
We don't want another
That's what you're
situation.
supposed to say.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Of a
what
pub
are you
being burned
drinking?
down.
Beer, pint.
And a whiskey on ice.
I'm afraid we don't have ice.
Next time, make sure you have ice. This pub's come to our attention for its lack of ice.
Hey, that's that Shelby name. That's that Shelby name. I don't
More
think
than one way to achieve equality.
Ada likes being attached to it, but it is what it is. You got to use it sometimes.
Before you begin to congratulate yourself, not impressed with your power to terrify people.
Whereas I am impressed by your ability to stand up in front of an audience and speak. I was never able to do it.
I've heard people talk about you. You used to advocate armed revolution.
Shelby Company Limited is prepared to offer parity for male and female workers across all the factories in our ownership and withdraw the pay cut for men.
In return for what?
In return for something very unusual, but very typical of my brother.
What does he want?
You.
To sit down with you and talk.
If he withdraws his pay cut, we've no need to talk.
He wants to talk about socialism and revolution.
Tell your brother that when we take power, all means of production will be owned by the workers. Essential industries will be taken into state control. Birmingham Town Hall is a rather beautiful building and we plan to preserve it. What else does he need to know? It's going to happen.
I like this little battle between Jesse and Tommy.
Aren't you a bit sorry you jumped ship too soon?
He wants to take you for dinner.
I really have nothing to wear.
You'd need to wear boots. He's suggesting dinner in a scrap metal yard. Said you'd appreciate the sentiment. If you don't show up, the offer of parity is withdrawn.
This is not how you conduct union business.
We must all make personal sacrifices for the good of the good old cause.
Sending
Right.
Ada to ask Jesse Eden out on a date. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Send your sister to ask the girl on a date. Send your sister to be the wingman. Oh, man. Tommy Shelby. Never fails to surprise me. My guy. My guy. Yep.
Fucking hell, it smells of pig around here, doesn't it? Definitely not kosher. Come to Small Heath, you will go to hell. The fucking breathing.
Seems to be getting worse with his condition, his skin condition. And he sounds a bit more congested as well.
Legs, Treagle. Fuck me, he looks like he's grown. Since we left London, he like a mushroom, isn't he? He grows in a jar.
Really piss.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the place is a shithole, yeah, so why don't you just knock yourself out? Where is everyone? Ishmael, please, will you hit the call of prayer? Well, hit it. Thank you, thank you.
The call to prayer, man.
Morning, Alfie.
Yeah, it is. It is. How come everybody's in fucking bed?
Oh, this must be Goliath.
Oh, that's the guy Bonnie's fighting.
Oh, yeah, you're probably more in need of the old rum at the moment rather than gin, mate. Oh, dear.
That's
Tommy,
the
you
Blackbirds.
got fucking starlings, mate. You know that shit will rot your pipe work. The bastards only understand one language.
It's all right. No need. It's all right. I'm going to eat Kestrel.
David and Goliath.
Oh, yeah, you've got Italians, mate. You got a Kestrel for them and all.
Yes. I'll have a Kestrel for them as well.
Well, everything is confirmed, isn't it? Yeah, weakness behind the eyes. You blink too much, right? You smell of smoke and coal and horses. Right? You were back where you belong, Tommy.
I know you don't touch it, but you have a good nose.
Right, well, you've got to ask yourself seriously, though, you know, did I even want to piss and shit indoors? You know, or was I actually born, you know, to defecate in the fields and the outhouses? It's a serious issue, though, Tommy, you know, because your people...
Fuck me, this guy.
And my religion is quite similar, actually, because you just cannot wash it out, right? Because it come out your mother's tits. Nah, the Americans want it sweeter.
Have you heard, Alfie?
Still trying to perfect the formula.
Who shot him?
My Kestrel.
All right, up in the States, very good.
When are the Sicilians?
They're still using Sabini for vehicles and for places to stay.
And reinforcements?
You know, Sicilians and they don't trust nobody and fuck to go. And morning their first pubic hair, they got traditions.
How many are here?
11. Enough to drop a bounty, wrap his balls in an OBE till they fell off.
Well, the real question is, Alfie, which side are you playing for, eh?
Fucking hell.
What kind of world is it to bring up children when your own mate can ask you that question, eh? Well, the truth is, Tommy, you're going to be fucking dead soon, yeah? And then your starlings, right? They will peck out your blue eyes, won't they? The jackdaws, they will steal your gold and your medals. Pretty soon it'll be as if it never even fucking happened, mate.
Tommy, the Roman approaching.
Yeah, let him pass. And after me, it'll be him, and then you, and the Titanic, and the fucking mafia, Alfie. They've come here. Can't believe our coppers are unarmed. They can distill their liquor, and it's against the law. They've come here and they like what they see. They're coming and they're here to stay.
Mr. Shelby, come to talk prayers for the fight.
Your Kestrel. Tommy, when a pikey walks in with hair like that, you've got to ask yourself, have I made a mistake?
Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck am I?
Who the fuck is this?
I, my friend. I am the uncle, the protector, and the promoter of that fucking thing right there in the shadow. Nothing good nor godly will ever fucking grow. That there, right, is the Southern Counties welterweight champion. He is of mixed religion, therefore he is godless. He was adopted by Satan himself before he was returned out of fear of his awkwardness.
He's
But
a good
it's
promoter.
impossible to marry off due to his lethal dimensions. His mother, terrified, just fucking abandoned him. And there he stood before you like the birth of some brand new fucking species.
Dana White, man. You found yourself a new promoter yet?
Any
Come
man that
on.
you put before him, right? It'd be like entering a fucking threshing machine, mate. Now, will you offer your son?
To be sacrificed. Oh, Alfie Solomons, man. Such a wild card of a character. When they play that trump card, oh boy, is it so good. It's rarely played, but when it's played, it's crazy. Yo, imagine the day is the 5th of February for the fight. That would be hilarious. Make sure he's free. Who knows? Michael's loyalties are put into question too. I wonder if he's going to come clean with Tommy.
So you finished for the weekend, Tommy? Yeah. Your mother wants me to go to the foundation. Prize giving. Bye, Michael.
He conflicted, man. Does he tell him?
Tommy. Yeah. Have a good weekend.
Wow. Michael knows, you know, that Tommy's fate is in the palm of his hands. He could potentially let him know what's planned for him. And he may be able to maneuver around it if he knew. Oh, they ready. They ready. They ready. They're tailing him. So is this the 5th? Is this the 5th of February? Today's the day. That is that day. That is the free day. And she's given up his position. She's done what she needs to do. Oh, okay. Okay, so episode 5 is probably going to lead into that sequence right there between Tommy being with Tommy being tailed by Changreta and co. Oh man, I'm continuously amazed by this show, ladies and gentlemen. It's consistent quality episode after episode. I sound like a broken record, but that's what I love about Peaky Blinders, ladies and gentlemen. You know, my friends, or some of my friends told me, listen, one of my friends told me, my best friend told me, season 4 is the best season. And it quite possibly is thus far, in terms of like how invested I am in every character, you know, that's being deployed by the writers. It's absolutely fantastic. Listen, I know we lost John this season, but I feel like, you know, John has been easily replaced. You know, I haven't missed John that much because of Adrian Brody coming in, you know, to the show and holding his own. Like I said, having that on-screen presence, that gravitas, and he's absolutely fantastic. You can tell he's absolutely relishing to play this role. He's absolutely having a blast with it. Add to that, you know, inserting Tom Hardy. We've yet to see any of Sabini as well. So that's interesting. Are they gonna, you know, deploy Sabini sometime? We've heard of him. You know, we've heard his name in conversation, but he hasn't even, you know, been shown yet. You know, so yeah, it seems like obviously, like they said, this episode he's been supplying Changreta with vehicles, a place to stay, and you know, keeping him comfortable in the UK at the moment. So yeah, Sabini seems to be laying low and hoping for the Italians to do their job on the Shelby. So it's gonna be interesting to see how it all plays out. But at the same time, there's a lot on Tommy Shelby's plate too. With Shelby Company Limited, he's also got to run all the businesses, but he's also got to run his family too and keep that all in check. Then at the same time, you got the union issues, Jesse Eden. It's all. There's a lot going on, ladies and gentlemen. That whenever they spend time, for instance, on May, for instance, this episode with the side quest with the Jinn, and getting Alfie Solomons involved in that, I'm still invested in these side quests, in these side sort of stories, despite them not focusing on Changreta a lot of the time. And I think just goes to show how quality the show is when, you know, if they deviate from, you know, the main story, the main rivalry, the family feud, and they focus on the things with Jesse Eden. I think, you know, Jesse Eden or the Jin stuff with May and things like that, because the actors are absolutely fantastic, and because the conversations they have with one another are so investing, I don't mind them spending time away from that story. Like I said, I'm invested with all the story arcs of this show. It's the same thing with The Wire. The Wire had to juggle a lot of storylines. There was a lot of characters involved, and I feel like each episode was really, really well paced, that when you spend time away from characters you love, there's also, you know, characters you love that you're spending time with in another scene, and then it'll cut to another scene and there's another characters that you absolutely love or are interesting to watch. So yeah, everything about the show is absolutely investing, and that's the thing with Peaky Blinders. It's so great, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. It's been your boy Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.